this video, I want to share 4 mindset tips for fingerstyle guitarist. Jim Ferris here, sharing my love of fingerstyle guitar and helping you grow as a player. First, I want to quickly thank everyone who's liked and shared my videos, subscribed to the channel, put a tip in the tip jar, or bought merch from my store. That all helps me, and I appreciate you for doing it. I've heard a statement in the past that I think really rings true for people. And I may be paraphrasing a little bit, but the idea is what the mind of man can conceive and believe, he can achieve. And I think there's a lot of validity to that. Believing in your abilities to learn to do something is a huge step in achieving whatever your goals are. In fact, that's the first of these 4 tips that I have for you. You have to believe that you can do this. And there's no reason for you to doubt yourself, really, when you realize that all you're doing is taking the music that you feel is an emotional, mental thing and are learning to put it on a tool. You're learning to use a tool to express that. So tip number 1, believe you can do it. Tip number 2 is to take that belief and realize that there's going to be effort. Belief alone won't do it. You have to take physical action. So you need to commit to a daily practice. We learn things through repetition, doing them over and over. It's the so-called muscle memory, which I believe is really building neural pathways in your brain. But you have to work on it regularly to be able to do that. And that takes a certain mental toughness, a certain way of looking at things, believing that you can improve when you make an effort to do something and learn and grow with it. So that's mindset tip number 2. You need to commit to a daily practice. Mindset tip number 3 is you have to realize that to get better, you need to suck. You need to sound bad. Okay? If we looked at our guitar playing as taking a trek up a mountain, going for a hike up a mountain, you get to the top and see the wonderful view, you realize that there's going to be a lot of effort involved to get to that wonderful view and to achieve the goal of reaching the top of the mountain. Sure, you could stand at the beginning of the trail and kind of march in place, and it's flat there, not much incline, and it's easy to do. But to actually get to that pinnacle, you have to exert yourself, and it's going to, parts of it are going to be difficult. So that's something you just have to accept in your mind, that to get better, you need to challenge yourself. And in challenging yourself, you're not going to sound good until you learn to do the task that the challenge is. Okay? Mindset tip number 4 is to realize that learning to play is a progressive journey. It's not, and it's a journey which really only ends when you decide to quit trying, or 2, when you die. Okay? Other than that, if you're applying yourself, you believe you can do it, you're practicing regularly, you're challenging yourself, your abilities will grow up to the point where either you decide that it's too much of a challenge and you don't want to do it, or when maybe your physical abilities and mental abilities begin to decline with age. I'm at the point where I'll be discovering that in my own path, in my own journey. So don't think of yourself as becoming a great guitarist. Always challenge yourself to become a better guitarist. And in doing that, you'll be astonished at how much your abilities will grow. So recap, believe you can, commit to a daily practice, suck at it until you get better, and realize that you're on a journey. And if you keep all those tips in mind, I think you'll improve as a player and will enjoy it along the way. All right, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.